What up, athletes? Welcome back to my channel. We are back in downtown Georgetown. This is Hadfield Street. And the reason why we're back in this neck of the woods is because we wanted to take a look at the tallest building, police building, that is the police station in Guyana. That is the Brickdam A Division Police Station. Now we're on Hadfield Street, so we're seeing the east facing side and the south facing side. We're going to approach the building from the south side and see how it has changed since the last time we were here. What I can see is that they've started to build the outside. Morning. Okay. So guys, that was a long discussion about what's happening here. Yeah, look, this is the intersection of Camp Street. That's Camp Street looking south. And that's Camp Street looking north. This intersection, of course, this is the new St. Mary's School. I think they're going to rename it to the Brickdam Secondary School. It's gonna get that name from the old Brickdam Secondary School. And that's Hatfield Street looking south. That's a hotel actually. It's a popular hotel here with locals, Guyanese locals. Of course, over here is the Cathedral of the Immaculate Conception. This is the largest Catholic church in Guyana. Oh, the guy I stopped to talk to just now said he owned Chan's Supermarket. So at this corner, there used to be a supermarket called Chan's. His name is Anand. And hopefully we can get him on the channel in the future to describe some of the history of this location. But this is what is happening. The new Brickdam police station is one of several new police stations being built in Guyana. So I noticed that they demolished the police station at Albert Town, and they're probably building a new police station there soon. But the one that is largest and most impressive is this police station. That is the Brickdam police station, and we're approaching it from Hatfield Street. So this, of course, is the Regency Suites Hotel. It's one of the popular hotels, of course, with locals here in Guyana. So whereas international travelers might stay at the Pegasus Suites or the Marriott or the new Aden by Best Western, a lot of locals tend to stay at Regency and so on. So yes, so this is what's happening with this Brickdam police station. Of course, here I think Buddy Shivraj, I think, is building another multi-unit condominium. So this has been under construction for more than a decade, probably 20 years now. And I think somebody built a depot for trucks at this location. This, I think, was built in the last 6 months or so. But yes, here is the Brickdam police station. Brickdam police station. It's 12 stories tall. It replaces an old wooden building, an old 3-story building that was demolished, destroyed by fire. Right, there was a fire a few years ago that destroyed the old Brickdam police station, and now it has been, or it's being rebuilt as a very large, the largest police station in Guyana and possibly the Caribbean. It's being built by Chinese contractors with, I think, oversight by a local engineering firm. I think the local engineering firm is Basu, and the Chinese company that's building it is CNQC, Quinjian Group. All right, so what has happened since then, last time we were here? It seems as if they have already completed the hyperstructure, the superstructure of the building. So this is the eastern facing side of the building. They've completed the superstructure. See, that is the top floor. What is noticeable is there are these columns. It reminds me of the World Trade Center, right? A lot of the vertical structure is kind of supporting the building that allows the internal structures to be free from these columns. At least that's what happened in the case of the World Trade Center. A lot of the structural support was built around the perimeter of the building, the way this one is being constructed, so that the inside could be built without posts, without columns, vertical columns. And it seems as if that might be one of the features that they're trying to get here. Although we saw in the beginning that it was built out of a steel frame of I-beams. Right, there were a steel frame of I-beams. So the only reason to add vertical, what appear to be vertical concrete structures, posts, to the perimeter of the building would be to reinforce it in case of explosions. It could withstand explosions on that side. But it seems as if they've completed the walls on this side. You can see, let me see if I can explain a little more carefully for you. What I'm saying is that the building was built with a structure, a frame of steel, but if you look closely at the wall, you can see there are a number of vertical, what appear to be concrete columns separated by a narrow space, like 3 feet space, 3 feet apart. And I'm saying that that is probably not entirely structural, because the steel frame is what supports the structure of the building. But it could provide stronger walls. It makes the wall, it's like a reinforcement for the wall of the building. So they've already started to complete the walls on this side. This is the north side of the building, north side of the A Division Police Station, 12-story building. Now, I said what it replaces is a 3-story wooden building similar to this building. This is what remained. This building survived the fire, and it's what remains. It's a wooden building, an old wooden building, and what was there before was a much larger 3-story wooden building before the fire. And then the fire destroyed it. It's more than just a wooden building, 3-story wooden building, right? Like more than one wooden building. Yeah, I think there were 2 or 3 of them. Anyway, they were all destroyed by the fire, and the footprint of those buildings is what is replaced by this 12-story high-rise police station building. Now what Anand was telling me is that these guys are working night and day. So he lives nearby and he could hear the workers banging their tools in the middle of the night and day. And based on that, I think this building might be completed rather quickly. This is a Chinese contractor whose building is known to work a very quick schedule. And I expect that these guys are probably going to complete this building sometime by the end of the year or maybe early next year. But you can tell me what you think. The rate at which this building is being constructed suggests to me that it's going to be completed soon. So based on what I can see from the external side from the external part of this building, I don't think we can see a whole lot of change since the last time, but I can tell that there's still a fair amount of work to be done. Although there's a fair amount of work to be done on the outside, there is some progress because you can't really see inside the building anymore, which means that they've put up these walls, right? They've actually added walls. If you can see beyond the green fabric, they've added walls, or at least partially completed the walls to the building. That means they're making progress, and they probably are working on the inside too. So they are making some rapid progress on this building, although it's not visible yet from the outside. And I think once they take down that green mesh, you'll see how much progress has been made. But tell me what you think. When do you think this building will be completed? My guess is that it's probably going to get very close to completion by the end of this year, by end of 2025. And I think it might be ready to open in first quarter of 2026. But tell me what you think, guys. That's what's happening in this neck of the woods at Brickdam. Looking at the Brickdam police station. If you want to see more content like this, click like and subscribe. Share this video with friends and family around the world. Let people know what's happening in the fastest growing country in the world, Guyana. Later!